Got him.
Yeah, so Pittman.
Kelsey doesn't mince words.
Wow.
Very good. Good. The Nationals have signed Jesse Winker to a minor league contract.
Great. Great. The India Jesse Asian Classic. I mean, 2024.
They got India?
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't know it was a free agent.
Yeah, so we're gonna just less is more. Let the game tell the story. We'll remind everyone what's going on early in these seasons, and we probably got 5 sets here. So pace ourselves for that. Don't think about the North Davies prep you have to do when you get home.
Good player. You're Patrick thoughts on this?
Well, he's shooting games right now. That's this match. So I'll let it be. What if I just call it the opening match? Just go. These teams will play 24 games here.
It's a great day for volleyball. 2, 3.
Oh no! We gotta take something 7 from Patrick anyway, because that's what I'm taking back. We gotta talk to Schmitty about it in the morning.
Okay.
Either flex or 51 or 6 or whatever.
Back 6.
Back. Okay.
Deep fried food and soda.
Me? Prepare for my broadcast. Stomach. I stomach toss and turn all there different times. Oh, there's the starting lineups. Get my screen.
I'm George Latham.
Atlanta will be on the left. The Valkyries will serve first.
Okay. That's perfect.
I wonder if this is gonna tell me what happens ahead of time.
That's pretty funny.
Funny.
You get the scripts and calls.
Yeah, and then it's wrong, and I looked up.
Yeah. You know what, Dan? I'm feeling emaciated.
I gotta work on in this match, not just talking about the hits, commenting on passes and sets and digs.
Don't forget the digs.
But I can't get 2 up for a dig. Sometimes I get 2 up for a dig, and then I have nowhere to go. But that's what I'm working on.
Shina Joseph. Led by head coach Amy Pauley, ladies and gentlemen, the Orlando Valkyries. And now, it's time to introduce your 2024 Atlanta Vibe. Beginning with the non-starters. Number 8, Kamaili Hiapo. Number 12, Tori Stringer. Number 15, Magdalena Yelahasheva. Number 16, Karis Watson. Number 17, Ali Lenahan. Number 22, Yassiana Presley. Number 23, Casey Evans. And now your starters. Number 1, outside hitter, Lekator Membermena. Number 3, middle blocker, Shelly Fanning. Number 13, outside hitter, Leah Edmond. Number 20, opposite hitter, Grace Cleveland. Number 21, center, Marley Monserrat. Number 24, middle blocker, Reagan Pittman. And wearing the libero jersey tonight for your Vibe, number 9, Morgan Hens. Head coach for the Vibe is Todd Dagenet. Assistant coaches are Brian Doyen and Sally Polhamus. Practice team members number 14, Whitney Bauer.
The first rematch of the Pro Volleyball Federation season pits the Atlanta Vibe against the Orlando Valkyries here at the Gas South Arena tonight. Alongside Dan Doherty, I'm Jay Kerman with you here for the call. The Vibe 3-1, trying to bounce back from their first loss of the campaign, suffered Friday 4 close sets against Grand Rapids. The Valkyries at 1-1, trying to make it 2 wins in a row after they knocked off the Vegas Thrill on their home floor Saturday evening. Dan, the first match, a 5-setter. The Valkyries had chances really in all 5, but it was Atlanta escaping with the 3-2 victory, 15-12 in an exciting decider.
Yeah, Atlanta prides themselves on winning those close sets, just locking in at the very end when you need it most, getting those big hits, those big digs when it gets to 25-25 and you need to extend those sets. That's when Atlanta really plays at their best, and their coach calls them a red zone team, if you will, and that's, you know, when you need to get in that win by 2 situation, and Atlanta's done a really great job when that's happened this season.
Todd Dagenet is the coach you're speaking of. He's the winningest head coach in UCF history. He spent several stints with USA Volleyball, including a trip to the Olympics in 2004. He said his team has really bonded over those competitive sets that they've played, and up until Friday night, they were winning all those tight sets. Grand Rapids, though, able to knock them off and stay unbeaten. Atlanta trying to get back on the right track in this one here tonight. On the other side for Orlando, Amy Pauley is the head coach, the former associate head coach at USC, known there as a great recruiter. She brought in one of the nation's top classes in 2022. She spent time at the helm of the University of Alabama at Birmingham and also stopped at Villanova over the course of her career. Her Valkyries will serve it up first as we get underway with our match here in Atlanta tonight. Wilma Rivera's serve comes back on a quick hitter from Shelly Fanning.
I think one of the interesting angles of this match is, you know, Atlanta having 4 matches under their belt already. That's going to be one of the things that I look at on Atlanta's matches early this season. You know, they're playing teams that have not had that chemistry built up quite yet. And, you know, it's interesting to see how these teams go up against Atlanta.
They won that exciting league opener in 5 sets over Omaha. Tight set by Rivera, and the block tooled nicely by Adora Anai.
Adora Anai has been praised by Coach Amy Pauley this season. She brings a lot of experience to the Orlando Valkyries, and there you see a cross court right into the double block that lands.
Anai has been their go-to player offensively. The all-time kills leader at Utah steps back to the serving spot. And a kill from the right pin. It's Grace Cleveland. Somebody the Vibe were missing due to injury in that first Orlando matchup.
That's also been a theme this season for Atlanta, is that inconsistent lineup that they've had because, you know, several different key players have been injured at different points this season, so they haven't quite got that rhythm yet with their lineup.
Yeah, a few changes to discuss tonight for Atlanta as the Valkyries tie up this opening set at 2. Marlee Montserrat, who played her college volleyball at Florida as well as UCLA on the beach side of things, she gets the start at setter in place of Tori Stringer this evening. Reagan Pittman in action, getting a start on the right side. She gets that set here and takes advantage. There's that combination of new starters, Montserrat and Pittman.
Yeah, Pittman really came in strong off the bench earlier this season and made an immediate impact on the team. So now she gets into the starting role and already has a kill to her name.
Big spark from her at the end of the Grand Rapids loss as Orlando side outs quickly with Jill Gillen.
Jill Gillen's a heck of a player, isn't she? I mean, yeah, she has just this great vertical, really gets high over the net and can see where the block is coming and can easily get around it.
That sends Shaina Joseph, the 7-year pro and a member of the Canadian national team, back to serve, and she misses long.
Point for the Vibe.
So Pittman will take her turn at the serving spot. The rookie out of Minnesota spent 2 years after her college days working at an academy that she founded in the Twin Cities. Her pro career picking up from there as the slide is covered well in the middle. Rivera and a stuff. Edmond denies Kaz Brown, a couple of Kentucky teammates.
That was a great read on the block here by Edmond. She saw the back set coming, shifted over, got the hands on it. Well done.
Those two have played together, both collegiately and over at Athletes Unlimited. And that matchup will be fun to watch in the front row tonight. Georgia Murphy with the great up, and it's chased down by Anai. Transition ball here for Atlanta. Fanning slowed down by the net cord. And it comes back with heat from Gillen.
And a point for the Valkyries.
Back and forth in this match early on right now. Jill Gillen is doing her thing. We've seen Leah Edmond make a difference, so the stars are out early on.
Jill Gillen on to serve.
As these teams get more and more familiar with each other, both told us to expect a little bit cleaner match than we saw back on opening week. Neither team hit at quite the clip that they are accustomed to as Edmond gets dug up from the back row by Gillen. Joseph pushes it over towards Monserrat. Leah Edmond connects.
Leah Edmond will not be denied.
Beautifully done. Down the line, hits the corner. Found the soft spot in the defense, and Gillen couldn't catch up.
Edmond, another one of those players who's seen her efficiency start to rise. She had 27 kills in the league opening win at Omaha, but it took her 70 swings to get there. Coach Dagenet hoping she's more efficient tonight. That one was a strike from Shaina Joseph.
Stepping up from the back row here. Outstanding work. And Shaina Joseph's a player that Atlanta, you know, it makes note of. They said, we don't have a Shaina Joseph, a player who can hit the ball quite like that, especially coming off the back row.
Over dig from Hentz, MK White dug up by the national team libero. However, that one misses wide. 6 apiece here in the opening set.
Nice and even. Neither team's gone on quite a run yet.
Last play is under review.
We'll have a challenge here with Atlanta perhaps asking for a look at that previous point.
I mean, it's what we expected, really, you know, after the 5-setter that happened earlier this season. And, I mean, a 6-6 start. Neither team able to really impose their will quite yet here in the first set. I'm interested to see who was able to take that first run and start to seize things.
All these challenges are reviewed in Frisco, thanks to 22 HD cameras provided by Bolt 6 technology in every Pro Volleyball Federation venue. And it doesn't appear that MK White touched that one, an unsuccessful challenge for Coach Dagenet. So the call on the floor stands.
Kaz Brown now serving.
And Kaz Brown will head to the serving spot, and Leah Edmond lobbies in the meantime. Brown, another former Kentucky Wildcat All-American. It's been a great offensive presence out of the middle for the Valkyries. Edmond sent back, covered with a diving play. Out to the pin, and a denial. Boy, it was a great cover by member Monet to keep the point alive, and then Edmond cashed in.
Yes, Leah Edmond coming off that Player of the Week performance that she had earlier this season, making her offense a thing that's felt throughout the league, and now showing off her defense with a couple blocks early on.
How about another? Member Monet and Shelly Fanning giving no space for Orlando.
I'm loving what the block's looking like for Atlanta so far. They are executing great coverage and reading these passes.
It's an Atlanta defense that's had a whole lot of success with block touches over the course of the season. But Coach Dagenet said they need to improve that transition game, converting the blocks and digs that they're earning into more consistent offense.
Another thing they need to improve is the service error issue. They had 12 in their last match, and that's a thing that was really bothering Coach. You know, that's a run killer.
It was a comeback killer in their last match. That one came right back off the hands of MK White, the first ever pro player from James Madison when she went pro back in 2020. Anai was right there with her at the left pin. We're all tied at 8. Fanning able to knock it off of White.
A great adjustment by Atlanta here.
The point for the five, now serving number 3.
The one-handed setup and then thrown down.
So that sends Shelly Fanning, the 3-time All-American at Baylor, back to serve. Gillen the up, and Joseph with authority.
Shaina Joseph with the kill.
Yeah, I think we might be seeing Shaina Joseph's coming out party here.
Now serving Adora Anai.
Coach Pauly said she's been dominant in practice over these last few weeks. Hasn't necessarily all clicked yet in a game. They know what she's capable of. Member Monet's swing comes back from Joseph. White with another rejection. And both teams flexing their muscles at the net early on.
And by coming out party, I definitely mean in the PVF. She has an excellent career internationally coming into her stint with the Valkyries.
Including time with the Canadian national team. She's played in 5 different countries. Shaina Joseph.
That's an ace.
As that one lands in for an eye. Bolt 6 shows us that it's right on the line.
I love that. Love that we have that technology here in the PVF.
No line judges and a 100% accuracy rate as that one sails just wide. Anything within a foot of that line will trigger the automatic review, and Bolt 6 can show us exactly where the shot traveled. Cleveland sends one over. Back set, Joseph off high hands, and that does enough.
For Shaina Joseph.
12-10 now. The Valkyries have built a 2-point lead. White, who's been serving well for Orlando. Can't stop that slide from Pittman.
Yeah, great slide. Pittman's got the size, he's got the strength, he's got the vertical. And I mean, you like that as a team to be able to slide that into your starting lineup when you have an injury.
The Vibe playing a little bit shorthanded in this one as Cleveland goes right up the line to tie us up at a dozen. Allie Linehan, who was outstanding in those first couple of matches, was the Pro Volleyball Federation Player of the Week back in week 1 as the over dig comes back and then some. Pittman makes it 3 in a row for Atlanta. They think Linehan is close to returning, dealing with a injury to that right ankle. Once they get her back, as well as a couple of visa issues they've been sorting out for Anna Lazareva, Magda Yelahasheva, this Atlanta team could look even more formidable.
Point for the Valkyries.
At 3-1, they have the most wins in the Pro Volleyball Federation. However, they did play that busy schedule early on. They played 4 matches at 3-1. The Valkyries just 1-1. This is only their 3rd time out. And they'll be busy in the coming days, heading to Addition Financial Arena to host Columbus on Friday. And then they travel to Omaha on Sunday. Edmond off the block of Brown. Center dump by Monserrat, read by Murphy. And a powerful strike from Jill Gillen, who's been efficient in this opening set.
She certainly has, and Carly Graham also subbed in to take the serves here. Coming in for Shaina Joseph. Gonna get 8 serves here, in the, 8 subs rather, in the PVF.
Service error. Point for the
Vibe. 8 substitutions per set. You won't see the liberos serve.
Turn it up some.
And no matter what happens on this next point, this first set will remain close when we head to our first break in the action.
Reagan Pittman on the serve.
And that serve is trouble. An ace for Pittman, and the Atlanta Vibe get their noses in front, 15-14, as we step aside at the Gas South Arena. Second go-around for the Vibe and the Valkyries, with Atlanta taking the first matchup by 3-2 a couple of weeks ago. All tied up at 15 here in the opener as we approach the business end of this opening set. Jill Gillen, Dan, has 5 kills.
Yeah, that one didn't really get a full wind up on it.
Now serving number 10.
Was a little far from the net, still didn't matter, got it through the block.
She'll head back to serve. An incredible career at Arkansas, drafted in the first round of the collegiate player draft by Omaha, as Edmond answers right away and puts Atlanta back in front. Valkyries went out and traded for Gillen and her extraordinary jumping ability. She gets up over 10 feet routinely on those jumps, and she needs to. At just 5'7", an undersized pin who's been doubted for a lot of her career. They love to set her from the back row. They'll out a system there. Monserrat finds Fanning, who had to hang in the air. Free ball opportunity. Comes back to Murphy. Rivera tapped over by White and swatted back. Anai couldn't find the cut shot, and Atlanta wins a scrappy point.
Yeah, a little chaotic on Atlanta's side. Sent over by Hentz, who's an excellent defensive player for the Vibe, and Orlando just couldn't get it back in system quite cleanly enough.
A heck of a job on that point by Hentz, the 3-time college champion at Stanford, and a preseason all-league selection at libero. She gets a nice pass there off of Joseph's attack, and member Monet terminates. Since trailing 14-12, Atlanta on a 6-1 run. And the Valkyries want to talk about it. The momentum shifting towards the home team here in the opening set.
Our day has dawned.
A new horizon is upon us.
Inspired by the many who came before us, together on a path to achieve something extraordinary.
Do you hear the groundswell? We are at the forefront of a revolution. Empowered, inspired, together. We didn't get here alone.
This is our responsibility. We are creating a new major league on the greatest stage volleyball has ever seen. Pro Volleyball Federation is real pro volleyball.
Now is our time.
Communities will come together.
History will be made.
We are one.
Today, we are inspired.
Today, the light shines on us.
Today marks the beginning of the next chapter.
And we're writing it together. Rally with us!
Well, both coaches told us to expect a little cleaner game, a better looking game this second time around, as Anai converts for Orlando. And so far, those predictions have been right. Just 3 combined attack errors in this high-quality opening set from Atlanta. At Gas South Arena, where the Vibe are 1-1 this season. On cue, though, a service error. This one didn't miss by much.
Yeah, very close there, and you know the service errors have been pesky here and there throughout the set, but that one right there gives the Vibe a chance to get to 20 and take a significant 4-point lead. But there's another service error.
12 of those in the last match for Atlanta. Coach Dagenais said we can't get timid, we can't add a little arc or take something off when the errors start to come. He said you have to live with those, flush them, and get ready for the next point. Home rotation for Rivera. Serving Hentz. Fanning tried the donut. Instead, Joseph dug up again. Edmond looking for hands, didn't find him.
Came up from the back row. It was a sharp hit right down the middle, just like you said. Couldn't connect with the hands.
Orlando can tie up this set. No team is led by more than 3 points here in the opening stanza. Cleveland, great block touch by Anai, who gets a swing here. Took something off. Hence, back set member Monet. Slowed down by White. Anai rolls it over, and unable to handle that one was Montserrat. Tied at 19.
For the Valkyries.
Yeah, Anai's got great placement on her attacks. Really fun to watch her, and just like that, 19-19, a 3-point run.
Timeout called by the Vibe, who led by 3 moments ago. This first set coming down to the wire.
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
From club or high school courts to championship arenas, Spalding has been the trusted partner of volleyball players for generations. Our team of dedicated professionals isn't just about selling equipment, we're about supporting your journey. Spalding offers a comprehensive range of high-performance systems, nets, and accessories meticulously crafted for every skill level, budget, and playing style. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Spalding's knowledgeable staff will guide you, equip you, and cheer you on every step of the way.
For the Valkyries, number 12, Wilma Rivera.
Getting close to the red zone here in set number 1. The Atlanta Vibe looking for their league-leading 4th win. As member Manet, the over-dig, White there to convert. The Valkyries have 4 in a row.
It's a great run by Orlando, and you know their focus coming into this game is just to dial in at the service line. Don't aim small. Just trust your players and get a clean serve in there.
That was a dipping serve handled well by Atlanta, and Shelly Fanning with her 3rd kill. So tied up at 20. Orlando perfect in the opening set over their first 2 matches this season, winning both of those in close fashion. As Kamaile Hiapo, the former BYU Cougar, an all Pac-12 selection at Arizona, goes back to serve. Sent back. Pittman, the new starter, making an impact.
Yeah, I mean again the blocking has been constant and consistent throughout this set for Atlanta. That time they read it, and Anai didn't have any space to go.
Member Manet right there as well. Another undersized pin with absolute rockets for shoes, and the Vibe continue to own the net here in this first set.
And that was against Shina Joseph too. Confidence builder for these blockers, as Joseph has had a really nice match so far.
Orlando burns their 2nd and final timeout. It's been a set full of runs, and Atlanta is on one right now. Four blocks in this set for Atlanta. They lead it by 2, trying to close out yet another tight set here. Edmond from the back row, you bet. 23-20 as the Vibe win their 4th consecutive point.
Man, no one in the area code of this attack here. Splits the block and no one on that back row was in the area.
Edmond threw 6 hands that time as White, as that one kept up. Nice job there by Monserrat. A whistle here as Atlanta's in the net. That ends the streak of 5 consecutive points for the Vibe and keeps the Valkyries in this set.
It's a tough situation, though. 2 points away are the Vibe, and 2 points down
Now serving
Valkyries.
14, Adora Anai.
They got Pittman in the net on that last point. Just who the Valkyries want on serve, Anai. But Edmond continues to dominate. Set point.
Man, when Edmond gets a head start like that from the back row, good luck.
Cleveland serving Murphy. Block touch Monserrat. Back set Cleveland. And a good job by Gillen to slow it down. Change of pace there. Hence to member Monet. Sent back but covered by Edmond. Off speed Cleveland. Great get by Murphy, the former Oregon Duck. A block from Pittman, well covered by Murphy again. Member Monet swinging for the set. And no touch.
What a challenge. That was the best point of the match so far, in my opinion. And it was with set point on the line, so Orlando locked in defensively there. They had some desperation plays. There was a set with a player on her knees in that one, and I mean, that was a wild, wild point.
Well, Todd Dagenet knows he can't take his challenges with him, and he'll burn that last remaining challenge in the first set to see if member Monet was able to draw a block touch here on Orlando.
She was convinced. She went right to the judge and started making the signal to go to the review.
And you know what this crowd hopes the result will be. Gas South Arena, which also hosts ECHL hockey. The Swarm from National League Lacrosse. Trying to pack it in here to support the Atlanta Vibe. It's a high IQ crowd, according to Coach Dagenet, who said they know when to react. They know who to watch. They're not just here to watch volleyball, they're here to help the Vibe win. And it appears they're going to like the result of this challenge.
Just brushed the thumb. How about that? What a way to win the set.
It's a block touch for Joseph, and it's a strong run for Atlanta. They come from 2018 down to win the first set in style. Well, Dan, Atlanta came into this match talking about offense and the way they wanted to improve in that area after the loss to Grand Rapids, but their defense told just as much of a story in that opening set.
Yeah, I mean, hey, the offense isn't bad either. 14 kills in that first set, and the 4 blocks, yeah, definitely the blocking ability of Atlanta was outstanding. They got in the way of just many, many shots. It didn't matter if it was a back set or just a normal pass, and they were ready. They read all those reads from the setter. Atlanta was ready, and it was Leah Edmond getting in there. Regan Pittman was doing great as well. And it wasn't only just the blocks that worked out for them. They were getting their hands on everything, it seemed, which eases things up offensively. So good defense leads to good offense, and that's why the Atlanta Vibe were able to win that set with that late run in the set.
Yeah, very low error counts in both receive and attack for Atlanta. Out of their 4 blocks, Leah Edmond accounted for 2 of those. Member Monet had 1, and Grace Cleveland got involved in the block party as well. So it's Edmond missing the first serve of set number 2. The Valkyries hoping to bounce back. They are down a set for the first time this season. They have spent very little time trailing in any matches. They were down 2-1 in their opener against Atlanta. They came back to force a 5th there. Joseph took something off and makes it 2-0 Valkyries.
Start with a great dig by Carly Graham, too. And yeah, Joseph changing the pace, got through 3 pairs of hands, I should say.
So White, who's played in 3 different countries in her 3 years as a pro, had signed on to join the coaching staff at American University before continuing her pro career here in the Pro Volleyball Federation. Member Monet, side outs there for Atlanta. But that American University job was significant. Why? Because Amy Pauley, her head coach, her husband Ahen Kim is the head coach there. One thing led to another, and MK White is an Orlando Valkyrie. White reads the net cord, and a nice swing from Kaz Brown, just guiding that one down.
Yeah, guiding's the right word for that one. Just saw the open spot in between the front and back row and exploited it.
That sends Shaina Joseph back to serve, a spot where she struggled a little bit here to start the season. Not anymore. Her second ace of the year, and her first tonight.
What's the opposite of the broadcaster's curse there, Jake? Whatever you just did.
At least from the Valkyries' perspective. Joseph says thank you very much. A 5-year player at the University of Florida. Part of their national runner-up team back in 2017. A 7-year pro. Who's dealt with a lot of injuries and adversity over the course of her career. Cleveland, great up by a 9. Transition chance. Quick hitter, Pittman. Joseph read it well. Gillen rolls it towards Hentz. Back row, Leah Edmond.
With the kill.
It's so lethal. I mean,
Now serving number 20,
she lines it up, and you know it's tough to see that coming defensively. That player sneaking up from the back row and slamming it home.
Set pushed out wide to Gillen. That was Carly Graham, who subbed in to the front row. Another one of those Valkyries who was lined up to be an assistant coach over at Texas State. This point goes to the Vibe thanks to Pittman, taking advantage of the mistake. Cleveland, also from the coaching ranks at Butler in Indiana. Trying to keep this run going on serve. And the setter dump does not work for Carly Graham. Tied it 4.
I couldn't quite tell if that was just a miscommunication or the attempted dump, but either way, point goes to Atlanta. And they've rebounded from that slow start.
Cleveland's had a consistent impact for Atlanta. At least 8 kills in all 3 of her matches played. Did not play, though, in the win over Orlando. Free ball comes to Lekator. Back row swing, Cleveland doesn't do enough. And a whistle here. Point goes to Atlanta. Four in a row here for Cleveland. Gillen side outs. That's what she can do at the left pin.
Yeah, much needed for Orlando. Atlanta was really getting going.
Orlando raced out ahead 4-1 in this second set. Gillen trying to rebuild that lead here on serve. That one came tight to the net and didn't go down. Great get by Joseph after an up from an eye. Member Monet rebuffed. Kaz Brown getting in on the fun.
Loud double block here. Gave her no space to go down the line, and that's where Member Monet wanted to go.
Kaz Brown, an emotional leader for this Valkyries team, and she let the bench know it after that last stuff. Member Monet blocked again, but that one carries long. Off hands, and it's 7-6. That's the name of Lekator's game. Lightning quick with that right arm. The former Italian professional player who played her college ball at Pitt. In the starting rotation today for Atlanta with Allie Linehan still on the mend.
Kaz Brown with the kill.
Kaz Brown starting to really come alive here in this second set.
Number 11, Kaz Brown.
So many players with takeover ability on the court.
That's what makes the Pro Volleyball Federation so much fun to watch. And the little combinations that you get of players like, say, a Jill Gillen and a Dora Anai. 2 pins who both excel in their own right and do it so differently. Watching those relationships grow and form, that's one of the things that Amy Pauley loved talking to us about, as that Anai swing is dug up by Pittman. Edmond off speed, Joseph there for the up. And Anai able to terminate. She's one of those players with a calmer energy. Really stays calm, cool, and collected, locks in on match day, doesn't let a whole lot of things distract her. Jill Gillen, maybe the opposite personality, a little bit of a perfectionist. Those two didn't really know each other's styles at first, and now Coach Pauley says a great friendship is starting to form.
It didn't know each other's styles is an understatement. I mean, Coach Pauley said they didn't know how to talk to each other. And now they are fully in sync out there on the court.
Gillen even getting an eye to crack a few smiles in practice. That veteran and rookie relationship between the 6-year pro and the recent Razorback. Atlanta down 3. Edmond trims it to 2.
So how about that? After all those big time attacks on the back row, a little change of pace.
Edmond, as advertised in this match, the reigning player of the week for week number 2 on Pro Volleyball Federation play. She's off to a strong start offensively here with 5 kills. Hence with an incredible dig. Edmond can't turn it into offense. Quick hitter White, Hence read it well again. Member Monet, what a point by Atlanta.
Morgan Hence, my goodness. I mean, that initial attack from Anai had kill written all over it, and Hence got it. And I mean, that is someone that Coach Dagenet praised her ability as the libero for this team. Everything that's around her is going to be a dig.
Dan, they joke that she reacts to the swing before the setter even gets that second ball. That's how good she is. And I see it in practice every day. As her sights on Paris 2024. With the national team as that one sails wide. 11-9 Orlando stays in front here in set number 2. Hence was on the preseason all-league team, and so far, with 16 digs per match, she's been everything that was advertised. The 3-year pro who played a season in Germany before coming back stateside with Athletes Unlimited. Carly Graham races to cover that one. Gillen got the touch she wanted.
Kill for Jill Gillen.
Gillen's strong start to this match continues with kill number 7. That leads everyone.
Yeah, she's doing great out there on the outside. Whether it's down line or cross court, she knows which attack to choose.
Trouble here in receive, and Orlando pushes the lead back out to 4 with the serve of Anai. Ace number 5 for her this season. Three aces for Adora. And the Valkyries win over the Vegas Thrill on Saturday. Did she find the line there? Yes, she did.
For Adora Anai.
Wow. Unreturnable.
Great work from Anai. She's helping Orlando pull away in this second set. A great response from that late push in the first set from Atlanta.
Right back to the jumping topspin serve, and they might have gotten a foot fault there.
Yeah, Coach Pauley's not happy about that one. Right to the judge. I don't think there's much of an argument from Coach Pauley.
14-10 now. With both 6 making the call. Anai kept up by Edmond, and Hence will have to loop it over. And almost hit the ceiling at Gas South Arena. Joseph cross court, read well there, and Member Monet guides it home. That's the transition volleyball that Atlanta was talking about.
What a pass. I mean, this is perfectly placed. And I don't know if that was the plan there, or it was just a desperation kind of play, but remember Renee with the finish. Beautiful stuff.
Gillen. Oh, how's that for a change of pace? And Orlando keeps a 15-11 lead as we head to our media timeout here in set number 2. The Vibe up 1-0, but with work to do in set number 2. Well, it's a city that loves its professional sports, and they have given their newest team a nice warm embrace here in Atlanta over their first couple of matches here at Gas South Arena. And if they're lucky, they might even get to go home with a few souvenirs once this one's all said and done. Looks like the rain didn't keep too many fans away from this one here in Atlanta. White standing back at the service line. Orlando on top by 4. They made a nice recovery here to start the second set, as Carly Graham talks things over with our #1 referee. And she was given a warning, a yellow card, during that last break. Not exactly sure what for, as the service error gives Atlanta a chance to cut into this deficit. First ball to Anai. Out of the middle, White. Sent back by Pittman. They try again. Pancaked up from the back row. And a tremendous job of going from defense to offense.
And those are the plays that really can swing momentum. When you get a pancake like that, leading into a great swing, Atlanta's confident.
Right back the other way on the great angle for Joseph.
Yeah, Shina Joseph shutting that right down. A great cross-court attack. Saw that double block coming and put it to the left of Pittman.
Tremendous job, though, on that last point by Monserrat. Working out of the back row at the moment for Atlanta. Rivera comes back in to serve. The former ACC Setter of the Year at Louisville. Member Monet. Great shape to that one. Better get, though, by Anai. Free ball. Edmond blocked back by Kaz Brown. Overpass. And a point Orlando. Atlanta disagrees with the call.
Net violation called against the Vibe.
But they were in the net there, according to our second referee.
He had a few players looking in his direction. That's going to prompt a timeout.
Atlanta doesn't want to let this second set get too far away. Orlando has matched their largest lead of the set at 17-13, with a challenge coming at this timeout.
Our day has dawned.
A new horizon is upon us.
Inspired by the many who came before us, together on a path to achieve something extraordinary.
Do you hear the groundswell? We are at the forefront of a revolution. Empowered, inspired, together. We didn't get here alone.
This is our responsibility. We are creating a new major league on the greatest stage volleyball has ever seen. Pro Volleyball Federation is real pro volleyball.
Now is our time.
Communities will come together.
History will be made.
We are one.
Today, we are inspired.
Today, the light shines on us.
Today marks the beginning of the next chapter.
And we're writing it together. Rally with us!
Back here at the Gas South Arena in Atlanta, where the Vibe have trimmed this deficit down to 17-14. Reagan Pittman off a great pass there from Monserrat, who's bringing the energy in this her first start.
Yeah, excellent finish by Pittman on that one, and that's a great way to come out of the timeout. Felt like things were getting away from Atlanta for a little bit. So they get that timeout, reset, and get an immediate kill.
That is number 8 for Lecator member Monet. She had 13 in their last match.
Yeah, member Monet's really been excellent here in this second. Just kill after kill, and that time splitting the block.
Coach Dagenet called Lecator their consummate underdog at 5'7". A lot of people doubted her and her Pitt Panthers. They made the first Final Four in school history during her time there. The St. Louis native then went to play 2 years in Italy before joining the Atlanta Vibe. Member Monet taking over and willing Atlanta back into this second set.
Outstanding, outstanding work. Just single-handedly keeping Atlanta in this set. And now at the service line, she can pull them ahead.
Murphy the first ball. Anai trickles back off the net. Adora wide of the court. And just like that, it's 18-17. Remember, Orlando led by 3 points late in the opening set. They led as late as 20-18 in that one. The Vibe finished that set strong. They're trying to do the same here in the second, as a challenge here has been put in by Orlando. They're looking to see if there was a net touch here against the Atlanta Vibe. We'll wait on Bolt 6 back in Frisco.
Credit the coach, Dagenet, for that timeout earlier. That's really turned things around. And I mean, that's a sign of a great coach, isn't it? When you know exactly when to use that timeout, and you can see the immediate impact as well.
Was Pittman in the net? No, and it wasn't too close. The good news for Coach Pauly is she still has one challenge remaining in this second set. A quick decision turned around there by Bolt 6 and the challenge referee. The Vibe trailed by as many as 5 here in set number 2. And a great time for Joseph to get involved from the back row. That's her 8th kill of this match, compared to just 1 error.
And good work by Joseph there. She charged up from the back row, took a little off of the attack, and that splits everyone. Didn't even see a dig attempt there.
Check that, just 6 kills in this match so far for Joseph, but it feels like her impact has been large. And Audrey Cruz, the 26-year pro and an Olympian from Puerto Rico, comes in to serve in a pivotal spot. They go right at Edmond. Leah, off hands, dug up Gillen. Quick hitter, White, and the Valkyries back up by 3.
Point for the Valkyries.
26 years professionally. I mean, what a gift that is to have on your team, which is, you know, it's got its fair share of younger players. You got some rookies, only a couple of one-year pros as well. And to have that kind of veteran leadership is excellent.
So with the Valkyries back up by 3, the Vibe spend their final timeout of set 2. Huge moment in this match here as the Valkyries try to even it up at 1 set apiece before our halftime break. The teams will switch sides and head back to the locker rooms after this set. Will the match be tied, or will the Vibe come back to win set 2 in similar fashion? Monserrat, difficult set there for Edmond, who reached for it. And Marley calls her own number. What a time for that. Wow.
Monserrat with, didn't seem like too much room to work with. Waited, bang.
That is one-on-one with MK White. And for Monserrat, her 5th kill of the season. She played a big factor last time against the Valkyries, but didn't play as much since, with Tori Stringer taking a lot of points as the setter. Oh, that is well done by a nice, smart shot to calm the heartbeat of the Valkyries.
Yeah, that was a good one, because I mean the big points, it feels like have been belonging to the Atlanta Vibe throughout this match. When you get something like that can just quiet things down and settle your teammates, it's a huge benefit.
Oh, nothing quiet about that swing. And Anai is willing the Valkyries closer to this second set finish line.
Yeah, I love that. Change the pace with your last shot, then fire it right at a defender in that one.
But we got a great angle to see that point. Carly Graham, a former All-American at Rice in Houston, trying to continue this run on serve, who passes to Murphy. Why not Anai? Edmond, boy, great passing to set up that swing. And from out of system, no less.
Yeah, Edmond had that lined up. Well done.
Monserrat with the assist in some style there. That was not an easy pass to deliver. And the former Florida Gator will serve. White dug up by Edmond and kept alive with one hand by Monserrat. Free ball, Anai, popped up by member Manet and out of reach. 23-19.
And a point for the Valkyries.
Yeah, the Valkyries were salivating after that one. Came back over for a free ball. And when you got a player the caliber of Anai, and you can set up properly, everything's calm, you know the point's going your way.
Anai with kills on 3 of the last 5 points here for the Valkyries. Already has an ace in this set. What a block. And the shrug to go with it. White and Gillen letting nothing through.
Gillen getting up there. Talked about her height or lack thereof, and getting it done that time around. Who needs height when you can jump as high as she can?
Anai serving for the set. Fanning popped up Murphy over dig, and a joust won by Joseph. The Valkyries finished the second set on a huge run, and we're all tied up at 1 set apiece here at Gas South Arena in Atlanta. Here are your match stats to this point. The first set won by the Atlanta Vibe 25-21, but the Valkyries, Dan, bounced back to take set number 2, 25-19. Your padlock stat of set 2, the blocks, 4-0 in favor of the Valkyries in that second stanza.
Yeah, how about that? We talked about after the first set how the blocks were the difference maker for Atlanta, and they get shut out in that category in the second set. So great adjustments by Orlando. Everything looked good from MK White. Shaina Joseph had her moments as well. Jill Gillen, of course, doing her thing. And I mean, the adjustments in between sets were just really sound. Their serving cleaned up as well for Orlando, and they prevented Atlanta from going on that run that we saw in the first set that led to the Vibe taking it. So great work from Orlando to really lock things down in that second set. And then right now, after halftime, it's all on Atlanta's side now. See how they can make the adjustments, because they were not the same team we saw in set number 1. The block was just not nearly as effective as we saw.
Adora Anai made a huge impact down the stretch of that set. She's got 6 kills and a block to go with a couple of aces in this match.
Yeah, I credited 3 Valkyries players there. Of course, forgot probably the leader right now, Adora Anai, who's been really great with varying up her attacks and just doing a great job reading the defense and taking what's given to her. So we saw her change the pace at times. We saw her go for the full swing down the line, and she has been great at the service line as well. I mean, she had those couple of aces in a row that really helped swing the momentum towards the Valkyries. Just an excellent second set for Adora Anai, and the Valkyries, it feels like they're in control right now after a set like that.
Well, we hope you cleared out your Monday night for Pro Volleyball Federation. There's 2 matches going on right now. You got this one here tied up at 1 set apiece. Grand Rapids serving to go up 2-0 over Omaha. That's another match that you can see on the Pro Volleyball Federation YouTube page. Hey, over 500,000 viewers have streamed Pro Volleyball Federation matches on YouTube already. We're glad you're among them with us here tonight. We'll return for set number 3 in a few minutes here in Atlanta.
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
From club or high school courts to championship arenas, Spalding has been the trusted partner of volleyball players for generations. Our team of dedicated professionals isn't just about selling equipment, we're about supporting your journey. Spalding offers a comprehensive range of high-performance systems, nets, and accessories meticulously crafted for every skill level, budget, and playing style. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Spalding's knowledgeable staff will guide you, equip you, and cheer you on every step of the way. From club or high school courts to championship arenas, Spalding has been the trusted partner of volleyball players for generations. Our team of dedicated professionals isn't just about selling equipment, we're about supporting your journey. Spalding offers a comprehensive range of high-performance systems, nets, and accessories meticulously crafted for every skill level, budget, and playing style. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Spalding's knowledgeable staff will guide you, equip you, and cheer you on every step of the way.
Set number 3 here in Atlanta. Adora Anai, a huge part of the reason the Valkyries came back to win that second set after they trailed late in it. It was Orlando who started the third set well, or rather the second set well. If you're just joining us, coming over from that marathon second set in Grand Rapids. We sent it to break before the halftime intermission here in Atlanta, with the Rise serving for a 2-0 lead. Last we checked, 28-28 over there. So a great night of wall-to-wall volleyball in the Pro Volleyball Federation. We're glad you're with us here at Gas South Arena. The Vibe won the first set, 25-21. Valkyries responded 25-19. It's the first rematch in the short history of this league, with Atlanta winning a 5-setter at Addition Financial Arena in Orlando a couple of weeks ago.
You talked about how it's a great night for volleyball, and then I'm really looking forward to, the middle of the season when we can have like full weeks of volleyball here in the PVF.
Oh, what a block there. Member Monet and Pittman. Lekator gets the credit. My goodness.
Great start.
Giving up 6 inches in that height matchup with Joseph, as that block sailed wide.
Block sails wide.
Off the right hand of Reagan Pittman. So Atlanta trying to get back to work at the net defensively. Remember, they had 4 blocks in the first set, outblocked 4-0 in the second set. That one was less than a foot wide on our Bolt 6 technology confirmation. Back set, pushed over by Anai. Back row, Cleveland. That had some mustard.
And Cleveland's a difference maker in this matchup because she didn't play in that first one. So you add her into the mix, and this is a team that already took a 5-setter from Orlando, and you add Grace Cleveland, a great player, and we'll see if Atlanta will need 5 sets this time around.
Speaking of making a difference, Marley Montserrat, in her first action in a couple of weeks, that's her second block. She's contributed a kill, over a dozen assists. Montserrat starting in the place of Tori Stringer today. A late coach's decision, changed by Todd Dagenet. Wanted to do more with the second ball. And Montserrat has Done a good job of that in this match, but the blocks are just being traded right now to start set 3, Dan. We are seeing some outstanding defense.
Yeah, great work by all the net players right now here in set number 3. But a really interesting move to go to a new setter. You know, you're a 3-1 team. It's been successful so far, but as Coach Dagenet has said, he said it's been because of their defense. You know, the offense hasn't been where it's at, and you know, changing up the setter could change things around. And so far, Matsure, I believe, has been excellent. She's putting the balls in perfect place for both Edmund and Membermene.
The latter of whom has 9 kills and 2 blocks in this match. And another block. You wonder what the vibe discussed in the locker room. Might have been the same thing we did. Outblocked 4-0 in the second, and already with 3 blocks in the third. That was Edmund.
Simply, hey guys, what if we started blocking again? And they did. I mean, what a start to the third set. They are on the money.
That one right back at you from Kaz Brown, her second block of the set. Nobody is getting the better of these front row players at the moment. Maybe this rotation will change that with Kaz Brown back on serve. Her defense has been outstanding to start this third. Pushed out to Edmund, who lobs it to Joseph. Anai, no touch.
Also worth noting that Atlanta's missing Allie Linehan, who had 5 blocks in the first 2 matches, and she was the first player of the week in PVF history. And you know, this is an Atlanta team that's now playing without her in this tight matchup, and so far they've been able to overcome that absence.
A good block touch there. Edmund over on 2. Covered well by Joseph. And the block tooled there. A smart play from Anai.
Point for the Valkyries.
Sort of a helter-skelter point. Carly Graham, though, able to stay calm. She's been seeing more and more time on the court. The setter from Spring, Texas, taking the place of Wilma Rivera over the course of this match tonight. Wilma started, but it was Graham who played most of that second set. Another block. Oh, it's back and forth, and it's fun to watch. MK White with the latest.
Yeah, so both teams changing up their setter strategy, which is just a really interesting approach. And we've seen the defenses come and go in this match. And right now, defense is the name of the game here in the third set.
That one carried too far off the left hand of White. And Atlanta stays in front 9-6 here in set number 3. 3-1 are the Atlanta Vibe coming into this match. They've been busy over the front half of the season. They'll travel to Van Andel Arena to take on unbeaten Grand Rapids, who's in action right now against Omaha. Anai has really found a rhythm in this match. That makes it 9-7. As for Orlando, they're traveling back to Addition Financial Arena on the campus of the University of Central Florida, their home arena. But they've had a great atmosphere this season. They'll host Columbus there on Friday. The Furies' first match since the opening week of the season. And we'll see if they're able to muster up a better effort after their straight set defeat in Grand Rapids. And they're busy at Omaha next Sunday at 6 Eastern time. Nice scramble there by Graham and Murphy. Still a chance for Member-Mene, kept up by Gillen. What a point by Orlando. Defense to offense.
Wow, too many players to highlight in that sequence. I mean, it all started in the beginning with the second hit from Carly Graham to keep it alive, and another scramble leads to the point off the block. Obviously finished by Anai.
They are scrapping and clawing their way back into this match after Atlanta took the opening set with a late run. Service error from Anai is only her first tonight. Both teams have served, passed, and hit better than they did in the first time. Both teams said that first match was a little bit too filled with errors at times. The Valkyries getting 2 weeks off after that one. And they've cleaned up a lot in their all-around game. Atlanta having to do the same, and with their lineup changing, the combination of injuries and coaches' decisions for Coach Dagenet, they're still trying to find a rhythm even though they've been so busy. Center dump, Monserrat with her second kill. It was sneaky.
Yeah, that was, we haven't seen too many of these from either setter. And Monserrat just perfectly timed. And that's the best time to use the dump, is when you haven't used it in a while. Just bring it back in the rotation, bring it back in the mix, and make the defense think about something.
Marley, whose game is translated to both the indoor game and the beach. She went to UCLA. Far from home for Marley, the Florida native. But played there before this, her rookie season in the Pro Volleyball Federation. Valkyries are back within one.
Point for the Valkyries.
Right off the
Now
end of the
serving
arm.
number 15, Shaina Joseph.
Shaina Joseph's got a fun serve to watch.
That powerful, driven delivery. Pittman sent back by Gillen. Slide play, and a kill. It was a bit of a miss-hit there for Anai, if you're reading her body language right. But it counts all the same.
You have a little shrug celebration.
Wouldn't put it past her to play that shot on purpose. But the look on her face suggested otherwise there. Casey Evans. Or check that, Monserrat with the back set. And that time, Kaz Brown fanned on the second hit.
Good touch by Pittman here, and it was well placed too. It was at a risk of getting in that touch. Just pulled the arm back right in time.
A lot of short points here in set number 3. The blocks have told the story as that overpass goes right to Leah Edmond.
And came back over and won, and Edmond's gonna eat that all day.
Simple as it comes. For the 2-time SEC Player of the Year and the Athletes Unlimited Champion of 2023. Member Monet follows it up with an ace. Where would Atlanta be in this match without Lekator?
Yeah, Member Monet has done an excellent job when Leah Edmonds not in the front row. Member Monet has stepped up and just done wonderfully, and has done it in different ways.
Pushed out wide, Gillen. Back to Killen.
Yeah, Gillen's been the
That's another point
one who's got the
for the Valkyries.
points when they need it, you know. She's been lined up
10,
on that
Jill
outside, and when things start to go away from them, they find Gillen, who can get that big swing down the line.
Jill has 3 aces this season, had a solo block earlier in this match. Was recruited as a defensive specialist initially out of high school, wasn't highly touted. Her coach Jason Watson at Arkansas took a chance on her, and boy, what a good decision that was. Leading the Razorbacks to the Elite 8, racking up 3 All-SEC selections and all sorts of school records in the process. Great up there by Joseph. Murphy pushes back to Gillen. Pittman pushes it over on one. Anai blocked again. And Reagan Pittman builds Atlanta's lead to 15-12 midway through set number 3. Reagan Pittman back to serve as a dance party broke out here at the Gas South Arena. Fans back in a good mood here, with Atlanta raising their level at the beginning of this third set. Speaking of which, Kaz Brown raises her game. Check out the vertical here.
Yeah, Coach Pauly loves her middles in Kaz and MK. Kaz, she says, is the one who brings the heat offensively. MK, great serving from her, and Kaz also an excellent blocker.
And the good news for Coach Pauly is that both of those middles can do a little bit of everything. And with the format of Pro Volleyball Federation based on those international rules, you have to be able to defend and serve to start as a middle in this league. Gillen has to steer that one over, a free ball. Monserrat finds Edmond, and she's starting to ignite.
Wow, Monserrat has been phenomenal throughout the match. I mean, gotta give her credit where credit's due. Coming in, getting the starting role today. Her and Reagan Pittman as well, the new starters for Atlanta, have both been really impactful in this match. And I mean, Monserrat for sure has been setting up Edmond and Mevermane wonderfully.
The third Florida Gator in the Monserrat family. And she's got a couple of Florida Gators on the other side of the net tonight from all different eras. Between Shaina Joseph, Paula Sarame, who we haven't seen yet, the backup libero for the Valkyries, and Audrey Cruz, who's come in on serve a couple of times for the Valkyries. Plenty of Gators represented in this match. Keep feeding Edmond and keep scoring. That's the plan for Atlanta here in set number 3, and they've built a 3-point lead. Leah Edmond, who has been the tenacious leader and the hardest hitter for this Atlanta team. In so many ways, a key to their success. Such a smart player as well. Knows when it's time to change things up, but also knows when to keep it simple. She credits some of that to the time she spent commentating with the SEC Network. Orlando wants to talk about this Atlanta run. If they don't slow down the vibe, this third set could get away.
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
From club or high school courts to championship arenas, Spalding has been the trusted partner of volleyball players for generations. Our team of dedicated professionals isn't just about selling equipment, we're about supporting your journey. Spalding offers a comprehensive range of high-performance systems, nets, and accessories meticulously crafted for every skill level, budget, and playing style. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Spalding's knowledgeable staff will guide you, equip you, and cheer you on every step of the way.
Edmond looking to continue her run on serve, and it comes to an end. Out of the timeout, the Valkyries have gone to an eye frequently. And she now has 13 kills. That leads this match. Two Atlanta pins in double-digit kills, with Mevermane's 11 and Edmond's 10. This was the time in the second set where an eye took over, but that one missed by almost half a court's length.
Yeah, I mean, Anai comes out of the timeout, shows that they're ready to try and get back in this set, and then immediately service error that gives things right back to Atlanta.
This is Magda Yelahasheva's Pro Volleyball Federation debut. She came in on serve there. That was a short-lived run for the #2 pick in the college player draft. that the Vibe acquired via a trade. She's the all-time blocks leader in the NCAA, an outstanding career at Washington State and with the Czech national team. We'll see if she comes back in just a little bit. Coach Dagenet looking to work her into the fold slowly but surely. She was late to the party thanks to some visa issues. Wanted to point that out before the Grace Cleveland kill. Side outs for Atlanta. Sort of a low set there. Pushed over Kaz Brown. Brown able to leap up for the block. Edmond steers it towards the donut, but Murphy was there. Pittman another block, but it's kept over by Gillen. Member Monet strikes again. It's in after everybody waited for bolt 6.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything. I had to wait too. But another great placement for Member Monet. Well done. And I mean, this Atlanta team, you got to keep in mind, they're just going to get better throughout the season. I mean, Anna Lazareva hasn't joined the team quite yet. And Yela Hashima, you just saw her for the first time. Those two are going to be really impactful as the season goes on. And already Atlanta's looking like a full complete unit. And you add 2 players of that caliber to the Vibe. That's a scary, scary prospect for other teams in the PVF.
And they're still waiting on Lazareva. She was named the China Volleyball Super League's best opposite. She joined the team on Friday, and the Vibe thinks she could become one of their better players as soon as she works into the fold. With 10 years of professional experience, she will bring a lot of that to a relatively younger team otherwise. Wilma Rivera back in to serve. Another member of the Puerto Rican national team, their setter. Beautiful back set there. And Edmond is feeling it.
Wow. I love the reaction from Monserrat. Saying, you just do that?
Boy, that is a combination that the rest of the league will have to contend with over the course of this 24-game journey in the next few months. Atlanta already on their 5th match of the season. The Valkyries just their 3rd. Trying not to fall behind 2-1, just like they did in the first matchup between these two on January 26th. Free ball here. Gillen. Off hands, dug up by Member Monet. Rolled through to Brown. Pushed out to Gillen. Hence with the great up. And it's chased down by Edmond in the bench. Slide play, and the Valkyries put an end to maybe this match's best rally.
Wow, the crowd got really up for that one. They're still fixing the bench over there. Great effort by Edmond. I mean, I don't think I've seen a camera go up that high all match. And you got to track that ball. So that was a fun rally, and for the Valkyries to come away with that point, big because the crowd got really into it too.
That'll get you out of your seats or your couch if you're watching from behind the baseline. Pittman tools the block. And the Vibe move within 2 points of a 2-1 lead. Valkyries trying to hang on and make this 3rd set competitive. Haven't seen a set come down to a couple of points just yet. Each time, one team has gone on a run at about this point. Casey Evans, serving line for an ace. The fiery competitor out of the University of Georgia with a chance to seal this 3rd set. Timeout Orlando after this brilliance from the hometown out south. What a time for the first ace of Casey Evans' professional career. The free agent signing out of Georgia will serve for the set. It comes up short, but still 5 chances for Atlanta to grab the lead in this match. They took the first set 25-21. The Valkyries grabbed momentum late in that second. But the Vibe have led for the vast majority of this third set, thanks to the efficiency of Edmond and Member Manet on the outside, as well as the blocking prowess of their middles, Pittman and Cleveland. A swing for the set. Saved there by Joseph on a backpedaling get. Nice angle and a smart shot by Anand.
See, a last chance for Orlando here, but I do love how Casey Evans came in, got that ace. I know she followed up with a service error, but Casey Evans here to bring energy. That's what she does for this Vibe team. And she got the airplane celebration in there too after the ace, so all I need is one more point.
Pushed out to the pin, where Anai terminates.
Easier said than done, just getting one more point, especially when Adora and I start to get going.
Let's get ready for that game point, guys. Let's cheer it.
U.S. national team member back in 2018.
Still work to do for Brown and the Valkyries. Little trouble there on the first ball. Great up by Gillen. Goes over on one. Monserrat sets up Edmond. Gillen keeps him alive again. Anai dug out by Hentz. And that one, as we wait for bolt 6, landed in on the back of the line. Grace Cleveland wins set 3 for the Vibe, 25-21. Little suspense there, Dan, with bolt 6.
Hey, you got the right call. What a lovely placement there to win the set.
2 sets to 1 in favor of the Vibe as they try to make it 2 for 2 over the Orlando Valkyries. Jake Kerman, Dan Doherty back with you here in Atlanta. And if we sound like a broken record, the blocks in this match have told the story in each set. And the team that's out-blocked the other has won all 3 sets in this match. And in that third set, it was 5-1 Atlanta in that category.
Pretty crazy to think about, huh? That the Atlanta Vibe went an entire second set without getting a single block, and they bounced right back with 5. And that beginning of the set really set the tone for the rest of the way. Both teams were just getting in front of the attacks, but it was Atlanta who was really able to seize momentum and start getting those really big plays and big hits and big kills throughout the set. And you know, they did not let up at any single point in the third. So they rightfully have that 2-1 lead.
As for the leading blocker, Leah Edmond has 3 for Atlanta. Reagan Pittman and Lekator Member-Monet with 2 each. And how about an ace to start this set for Leah Edmond, her first of this match and her 4th of the season. Gillen, first ball comes tight to the net. No problem for Anai. She has been efficient in this match. That was kill number 16. She's hitting at a 24% clip.
Now serving Carly Graham.
MK White with the stuff. And it's 2-1 Orlando, who trails 2 sets to 1.
All right, blocking.
Sometimes it boils down to just that. Short serve into the net by Orlando.
Point for the Vibe.
That is the 11th service error of this match for Orlando. Their counterparts, the Vibe, have just 7. Both teams will want those numbers to decline here in set number 4. Over dig still causes trouble. Edmond got there, and Member-Monet went short. Catching the Valkyries a little flat-footed there.
It was great coverage by Leah Edmond to get that first ball. Because, I mean, it sailed over the front row, and there was no one in there to cover. And the diving effort from Edmond keeps it alive, and the the Vibe pull out ahead.
How about that for a block? Reagan Pittman, we mentioned her starting in the place of Karis Watson here tonight. That was a coach's decision from Todd Dagenet. Watson, who was averaging nearly 3 blocks per match, but Pittman came on and earned that spot based on her performance in a losing effort against Grand Rapids. And she has proven that decision to be a good one so far here tonight. Pittman with 3 blocks, 6 kills. That's 6, by the way, a season high for the first year pro.
Number 14,
I think the change that really should not be overlooked for Atlanta is you know, bringing in Monserrat to be the setter, because offense has been the thing that has not been up to snuff according to Coach Dagenet. You change the setter, and I mean I don't know what you're thinking, Jake, but the offense, I feel, has been terrific for Atlanta tonight.
Another strong set, pancaked up by Georgia Murphy, the former Oregon standout. But Monserrat has gotten all the hitters involved as Hentz comes up with a diving dig. Attack error and a rare one from Member-Monet. Georgia Murphy, the key to that point for Orlando.
Yeah, Member-Monet. I haven't seen too many whiffs or attack errors on her part. She's been so consistent, so reliable in this match. But can't have them all.
Yeah, only her 4th on almost 30 swings. Good coverage there by Carly Graham, who set most of this match for the Valkyries. And Jill Gillen does what she's so good at, and finding angles off hands.
Yeah, threw a double block too, and that double block's been a mean one tonight. Cleveland and Pittman.
Just hits a heavy ball off that left side, Gillen. She's up to a dozen kills as the service error ties up this 4th set at 5.
Now serving for the Vibe, number 20, Grace Cleveland.
Cleveland's turn at the serving spot. A little bit of a wayward pass there from Murphy. Anai still got a good swing to it, off of her feet. Back to Gillen. Pittman sent it spinning back over. Anai denied from the back row. Nothing doing there on the back row swing.
Yeah, I don't think they ever got over.
Oh, just a miss hit there. Gillen gets it done again from the Kansas City area. KC, one of 3 new cities slated to add Pro Volleyball Federation franchises next season, joining Dallas and Indianapolis, who's already named and branded their team the Indy Ignite, joining the league next season.
Just want to add that, I mean, as great as Anai has been throughout this match, it seems like whenever Orlando needs a point, Gillen's the one they go to.
And Gillen doing everything at the moment. Her second block. And just watch this vertical.
Yeah. Wow, that double block down the line is so tough to adjust to for an attacker.
What a huge impact she's made in both meetings with the Vibe this year. Center dump, Monserrat read by her counterpart, but a whistle here with Orlando in the net, or rather over that center line. Joseph disagreed. So all tied up at lucky number 7 in set 4. And the Pitt Panther Lecator member Minette. Cleveland had to reach for it. Still got a whole lot on that one. Joseph forces an awkward play for Hentz. We're talking about member Minette and her impact, the Pitt Panther. Her teammate, Chia Wokolo, was waived by the Atlanta Vibe this week, claimed by Orlando. She'll be arriving to Orlando tomorrow. Coach Pauly said she loved what she heard from the Pitt Panther staff and thinks Wokolo will be able to fit right in and bolster that talented group of middle blockers even more. That one was in. What an angle here. Leah Edmond might have taken a block touch. It was not in. The Vibe got the point. Here's a better look.
So we play it good and loud. She might get up and ask
Amy Pauly just realized in real time that it was too late to challenge. The rules state you have 7 seconds after the point is over to challenge. And if you wait longer than that, you're not able to complete the review. And that time, the official said that Amy Pauly waited too long. Gillen side outs anyway. And the Valkyries retake the lead 9-8. You can also challenge mid-rally.
Yeah.
It's a new wrinkle with the rules, if you're familiar with the college game, watching the Pro Volleyball Federation.
And with the mid-rally challenges, it immediately ends the point. It doesn't matter what happens after that challenge. If you get it right, you're on it. If you get it wrong, sorry.
High risk.
Yeah.
And with Bejeweled playing over the speakers, Marley Monserrat, who has shined tonight in her spot start at center. In over Tori Stringer tonight on a coach's decision. Forces Murphy to the back. That one recovered and not over. The 4th hit gives the point to the Valkyries. It was the strong serve that started it.
For the Valkyries, number 11, Kaz Brown.
Kaz Brown back to the service line. She saved a couple of set points in the 3rd for Orlando. Hasn't had the impact that she wanted since that 2nd set offensively.
Yeah, she had her moments, but that Third set was a little quieter than Kaz wanted.
And Yela Hasheva, the Czech national team member who just subbed into the middle, gets her first kill as a professional. How about that?
And people have been waiting for her to get into this match and get going. We saw her serve once, and now she's got a chance to make an impact on some points. Exciting to see her come out here in set number 4.
MK White, meanwhile, answers with the put down. She continues to have a good rapport with Carly Graham, the U.S. women's college national team member who played a half a season in Montenegro. Oh, what a get by Georgia Murphy. Edmond gets it done the second time of asking. Check that, it was Member Mena on the left pin.
Wow. 15, Magdalena Yelahasheva.
8 up the back row player there, and now here's Yelahasheva, who was used as a distraction there on that last attack.
That one just misses the corner.
On the vibe.
Yelahasheva, her second serve results in an error, but only just. 12-11 Orlando. Amy Pauly's team trying to stay in front and force a 5th set, just like they did in their franchise opener. They grabbed their first win as a franchise on Saturday, a home win over the Vegas Thrill, who had just knocked off the Omaha Supernovas on the road. Member Monet, another wicked put down.
Yeah, she's been the player of the game so far, in my opinion. Obviously, also Montserrat has made a huge impact on this game, but man, remember Monet when the rotation calls for her to be on the outside and Leah Edmond is in the back row. Remember Monet has been darn near unstoppable.
High second ball, Gillen waited for it, timed it well. Back row swing, Edmond, great up by Murphy. Gillen rolls one back towards Leah. Back set, Pittman, and Gillen shouldered it up. Hent steers it to Montserrat. Edmond is blocked. Oh, MK White returned to sender.
Yeah, so with those back row attacks, you get a little more time to react, but man, with the velocity that Edmond's able to put on those, it is not easy. So MK White, great job lining that one up.
Her second block of this set, 4th of the match. Member Monet, off of high hands. Kaz Brown blocked. Right back at you, Reagan Pittman.
What a difference Reagan Pittman's made getting the start tonight. And I think it's safe to say Coach Dagenet knows what he's doing.
Played some middle, some right side throughout her career. Really a natural fit at both of those positions. That helps her earn her way into the rotation. Pittman on cue. Gives Atlanta their first lead in quite some time here in this 4th set. They've been playing catch-up for the better part of it. Here's Lekator. Keeping it flat. Joseph dug up Hiapo. Edmond sent back by Brown. Kentucky on Kentucky. Let me see that matchup again. Gillen with the wicked side spinner.
Jill Gillen with the point for the Valkyries.
Her game has translated so well into the professional ranks so far.
Yeah, like I said, whenever they need a big point, it's Gillen that comes up with it.
Shania Joseph.
And for the vibe, I like the attitude that they've come into this match with. You can tell if you follow them on social media, they're having a lot of fun this season, but now it's time to lock in, is what they said. Time to make a championship run.
That one's out. The Valkyries up 1 point, but down 1 set.
Our day has dawned.
A new horizon is upon us.
Inspired by the many who came before us, together on a path to achieve something extraordinary.
Do you hear the groundswell? We are at the forefront of a revolution. Empowered, inspired, together. We didn't get here alone.
This is our responsibility. We are creating a new major league on the greatest stage volleyball has ever seen. Pro Volleyball Federation is real pro volleyball.
Now is our time.
Communities will come together.
History will be made.
We are one.
Today, we are inspired.
Today, the light shines on us.
Today marks the beginning of the next chapter.
And we're writing it together.
Joseph serving for the Valkyries, trying to repeat the pattern from their season opener. Down 2-1, they forced a fifth against Atlanta in Orlando. We're glad you're with us here tonight on the Pro Volleyball Federation's YouTube page. This is the first repeat matchup between the 7 teams in the league. All 7 teams will play one another 4 times over the course of the season. These two will not see one another again until March 21st, back here in Atlanta. The Valkyries will spend a lot of time on the road. Tonight begins a stretch of 3 out of 4 away from home. The Vibe are off to Grand Rapids next. The Rise in a great battle, 1 set apiece, after the Supernovas staved off multiple set points to tie that match in Omaha.
Fun night here in the PVF.
That one just wide, and boy, the margins have been thin in this 4th set, Dan. No team has led by more than 2 points. Valkyries can change that here with Gillen's serve.
And we haven't seen too many errors either. These points are being earned out there.
A higher quality match than the first meeting in terms of error count. That's Yela Hasheva, kill number 2. And this is why she was so highly touted by the Pro Volleyball Federation teams in the draft.
Yeah, getting her out there, getting the kill, showing her why, or showing everyone why everyone's waiting to see what Magdalena can do here in the PVF.
The former Washington State star, more blocks than anyone in American collegiate volleyball history. Back row member Monet. Joseph comes flying into your picture. Still a free ball opportunity. Edmond blocked, point not over. Brown was roaring with approval. Instead, it's Cleveland rolling one to Gillen. For the tie. Joseph able to cover on the line shot. Anai with the change of pace. And that one will end the point. It wasn't the thunderous block, but the delicate touch that got Orlando the 2-point lead back.
Yeah, just some wizardry there, because, I mean, Atlanta robbed Orlando of a point earlier after a block just clanged off the elbow of Montserrat. It seemed to continue that point, and then Anai saw the opportunity to change it up, and no reaction from Atlanta.
Here's the Olympian Cruz. And the Florida Gator Hall of Famer. 1 ace this year, none tonight. Yela Hasheva kept alive there for a nice swing. Adora gets it done. The Valkyries grab the first 3-point lead for either team here in this 4th set.
And here's the time to step on the gas and take that momentum into a potential 5th set.
Todd Dagene's team wants to talk things over Here in set 4.
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
From club or high school courts to championship arenas, Spalding has been the trusted partner of volleyball players for generations. Our team of dedicated professionals isn't just about selling equipment, we're about supporting your journey. Spalding offers a comprehensive range of high-performance systems, nets, and accessories meticulously crafted for every skill level, budget, and playing style. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Spalding's knowledgeable staff will guide you, equip you, and cheer you on every step of the way.
3-point lead for Orlando. They can build on it with this free ball opportunity. Oh, nah, you bet.
Point for the Valkyries.
She's able to guide that one off the block. Just hanging in the air for that extra second.
Let's go.
And here comes Orlando. Is this their turn to make the type of late set run we've seen from Atlanta in the first and the third? Adora. Sent back, Yelahasheva. Right back to her. Hence with an incredible lunging dig. And the block. Hence kept it alive. Edmond won the point.
It's a scary double block to go against Yelahasheva and Edmond. And that's important because you take the two-decade veteran off the service line.
For Leah Edmond, that was her 4th block of the match. And the Vibe are not going away yet in this 4th set. This is something they talked about working on. They've won the close sets this year, but at times they've faded when they've gone down. They are sticking right with Orlando, who calls timeout. Valkyries looking for a side out from the timeout, and they won't get it there. 2019 with the lift called there. And Atlanta, who once trailed by 4, can tie up the 4th set at 20 apiece as we approach the red zone. Short serve, Edmond. Pushed out, Anai. Automatic.
Adora Anai.
They needed that one because Yelahasheva has been making an immediate impact. I know she has not been the one to get the blocks that the Atlanta Vibe have been getting recently, but she's been part of the double block that makes it so hard to get by.
Graham, who's set for most of this match, now she'll serve in place of Rivera. Wilma Rivera has not played much in this 4th set. She did start tonight for the Valkyries. No word if there's any injury concern there, as the Valkyries move within 3 points of forcing a decider.
Point for the Valkyries.
Trying to get their revenge on Atlanta, who spoiled their home opener at Addition Financial Arena a little less than 3 weeks ago.
And it's an Atlanta team that is coming off a loss, too. You know, they said that the loss hasn't shaken their confidence. It wasn't a team failure in that one. It's just individual mistakes that added up, so they know that they still are capable of being one of the better, if not the best team in this league.
First team to 3 wins. Looking to improve to 4-1 this year and avoid dropping their 2nd straight. Joseph slowed down by Cleveland. Lekator continues her strong match.
Sensational. He's been sensational today.
That's now a season high in 16 kills. Coming into this match, she got 18 all season. And here's Casey Evans, who served up an ace, which helped Atlanta get over the finish line in the 3rd set. Coach Dagenet trying to get that spark here from the all-time sets played record holder at Georgia. Not to be, 23-21.
Service error.
Yeah, so 1 ace and 2 service errors for Evans off the bench. And you know, that's got to hurt a little bit for the confidence. You get 3 chances. It starts out wonderfully. You come on and get an ace, but since then, a couple of errors, and that one in a pivotal moment, 22-21.
Service errors, 13 for Orlando, 9 now for Atlanta. Good block touch there by White. Back row, kept up by Hentz. Big pivot point here. Gillen, stuffed there by Pittman. Out to Joseph, who pushes it right towards Montserrat. Both teams scrambling out of system. Gillen, denied. Cleveland and Pittman doing everything on that point.
Yeah, it's the defense of Atlanta. I mean, their goal was to have better offense this game, but man, this defense is so fun to watch. Because you got Hentz in the back, just scooping up everything, and then the blockers. It seems like no matter who's in front, they are making a huge difference. And then the service error, though, gives it right back to Orlando, and now it's set point.
Boy, service errors are comeback killers. Late in sets, Atlanta was on the wrong end of those in their loss to Grand Rapids. And now, Wilma Rivera comes back off the bench to try and serve out this set for Orlando. The Vibe will ice her with a quick timeout. We'll take it with them at Gas South Arena. Atlanta out of timeouts, needing these 2 points to continue the set. Pittman on the slide, kept up by Rivera. Gillen, rise and deliver.
And that set belongs to...
And that Jill Gillen kill gives the Valkyries set number 4 and sends us to a decider. It's deja vu all over again. 5 sets, Orlando and Atlanta.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to stick around.
NCAA women's volleyball will never be the same. Students of the game will study this era for generations. But we're only getting started. Sign up for pre-sale, news, and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
From club or high school courts to championship arenas, Spalding has been the trusted partner of volleyball players for generations. Our team of dedicated professionals isn't just about selling equipment, we're about supporting your journey. Spalding offers a comprehensive range of high-performance systems, nets, and accessories meticulously crafted for every skill level, budget, and playing style. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Spalding's knowledgeable staff will guide you, equip you, and cheer you on every step of the way. From club or high school courts to championship arenas, Spalding has been the trusted partner of volleyball players for generations. Our team of dedicated professionals isn't just about selling equipment, we're about supporting your journey. Spalding offers a comprehensive range of high-performance systems, nets, and accessories meticulously crafted for every skill level, budget, and playing style. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Spalding's knowledgeable staff will guide you, equip you, and cheer you on every step of the way.
We will play up to 15 in this deciding fifth set, and it starts with an ace. How about that move from Coach Amy Pauley? Jill Gillen starts this set on serve.
Yeah, Jill Gillen, like I said throughout this match, she's been the big point getter for Orlando, and then comes out with an ace in the final set. You know, playing to 15 here, so margin of error, small.
Always crucial to start well in a deciding set, as that one comes down with authority. Joseph on the wrong end of an Edmond strike.
Yeah, that was lethal.
And she looked back over the net to make sure that Joseph was all right. We saw Karis Watson take a ricochet in Atlanta's last game. The Vibe 2-0 in deciding sets. The second of those against Orlando back on January 26th in the first matchup. Chance here in transition. Anai sent back by Fanning. And that one is in. What a smart shot by Anai for her 22nd kill.
Now serving number
It was a missed opportunity on a free ball earlier, but Orlando comes away with the point anyway.
Valkyries trying to dig deep and avenge the loss they suffered on their home floor.
Point for the Vibe.
Coach Pauly said this group really cares for one another. That's what she said has been the most pleasantly surprising thing about this experience. They all come in with big experience, but they're willing to check their egos and walk the walk, make sacrifices for one another. Trying to stay together here on the road. In the face of adversity, they almost let that fourth set get away after they built a lead. Instead, they're playing to get up over 500 and get their second win in a row. 5 trying to improve to 4-1. Hentz continues to cover a lot of ground. White sent that one back. 2 Vibe players down, and they get the point anyway. Monserrat and Member Manet colliding. They've both been so incredible in this match, and it's good to see them both getting up.
Yeah, for sure. That would have been a pivotal moment in this 5th set if either of those players had to leave. By the way, Josiana Presley in the match for the first time here in the 5th set. Big moment for her.
Presley came in the 4th set, late, during Atlanta's loss to Grand Rapids. And we'll see if she can make an impact on the right side. Presley, a 5-time All-American and a National Player of the Year at Baylor. Who was drafted by Omaha, then waived. Atlanta claimed her right away after Coach Dagenet said he got a flood of text messages from his players saying, we need to go get her now. Presley up on the left pin now. Hentz with an incredible dig. Oh, how did she get that? Second chance, Anai makes the most of it. Quality rising here in set 5.
The goal for this game for Orlando is to play error-free volleyball. And you know, when things have been going cleanly, but they've been forcing Atlanta to earn those points, Orlando's had the upper hand.
Yeah, you're right about that. White thought that one was going to fall. Second block almost did. Oh, the overpass. And the huge swing from Anai.
Let's go, Vibe.
Wow,
Let's
Adora
go.
Anai.
Let's go, Vibe.
She's a star.
Let's go.
Excellent, excellent player.
The Hawaiian, who was an All-American at Utah, the first Utah Ute to be named such an honor in the history of that program. And when Atlanta needs an answer, they go to Edmond.
And speaking of stars, here's Leah Edmond slamming one home cross court.
You know, Leah Edmond had 27 kills in a match that you and I saw opening night against Omaha. And Coach Dagenet told us, yes, she was good then, but she's not the same Leah Edmond she is now. And if you don't believe him, go back and watch highlights of this match with the replay on YouTube, posted after the conclusion. Fanning an out-of-system set for Presley, who gets blocked. Member Manet. Point Atlanta. Now the PA voice said it was in, did not see a signal as to whether this was called in or called a touch. It certainly didn't look in there. Block touch was likely the call. And the service error puts Orlando back in front. Atlanta has not led yet in this 5th set.
They've been keeping it at arm's length. Orlando has, thanks to this player right here.
The U.S. national team member Anai, a 6-year pro. There's Presley with Anai sliding over to get there. Monserrat, bump set for an Edmond roll. Pushed out to Gillen with Hentz in the neighborhood. Free ball. Gillen gets it down. No, a violation first and a point to Atlanta. Wait, couldn't see there if anybody was in the net. As Atlanta once again draws even. Amy Pauly up out of her seat to give her team some advice as the staff here at Gas South Arena tends to a wet spot on the floor.
Big moment. A chance for Atlanta to take their first lead here in the 5th set.
The service errors have not been as frequent tonight for the Vibe, but they have been untimely.
Yeah, they've been pesky. They've been really pesky for sure. Oh, late sub.
Yeah, White delivers that Franklin volleyball over to Cruz. Remember, she had that big service run towards the business end of the 4th. 26 years of experience. That's almost half of Orlando's total professional acumen. Oh, that.
In that 4th set, big serve for Chiapo.
So I beg your pardon there, no review on that last point. Oh, there's Joseph. Shaina Joseph, quiet since the opening stages of this match. What a time for this swing.
Yeah, in the 1st set, I called it a coming out party for Shaina Joseph, and things quieted down since then. But big kill, big moment.
Number 12, Wilma Rivera.
Back comes Rivera, whose experience as the setter for the current Puerto Rican national team is what landed her a spot on this roster. Coach Pauly wanted players who have been in the fire. It's not just how long you've played, it's the role you've played internationally that she looks for in building her roster. Member Monet tools the block.
Yeah, that ran along the net after the block and flew right into the scorers table.
Eight apiece as these teams continue to trade points after Orlando raced ahead 5-3 to start this deciding set. Playing to 15, win by 2. It's the Vibe who won 15-12 in the 5th set the first time around. They are unbeaten in 5th sets this year. Overpass. Murphy has the answer. That's set too far behind Joseph and a free ball. Hence to Edmond.
Wow. Wow.
And she wants to hear it from the bench at the moment.
Yeah, the bench has been energetic throughout this one. And, you know, getting that pick-me-up can always help in a 9-8 match in the 5th set.
It's an intense bench. More on that in a moment. As Gillen gets another kill, we're tied again at 9. Coach Dagenet said this bench, early in the season, they were having fun, dancing around. We saw some of that in their first match. But now it's all business, Stan, as you alluded to. This Atlanta team, 3-1, impressive wins early. They feel like they've got a target on their backs. And it's been a business-like approach here tonight. Oh, and Nye had fallen down. Got the set anyway from Graham. Edmond can't take advantage after an awkward second ball. Change of pace and poked up in the air by Pittman. Murphy with a good reaction there. After the awkward touch from Kaz Brown, that will recycle the point. Left pin Edmond. Great touch again by Brown. Out of system are the Vibe. Who will get to 10 first? It's Orlando, and it's Kaz Brown.
Kaz Brown.
Stepping up from the back row to throw that down. What an angle she was able to generate here. Great
Perfect
read.
set from Graham.
Yeah, great read, great call. That happened before the ball even reached Graham, that Brown started to make that move.
Brown, who will move back into the front row. She's played in 4 different countries before coming here. Germany, Ukraine, France, and Greece. She says she took something different away from each league, but yet it was challenging to be away from home. Now getting to play in Orlando. What a great dig by Gillen. Better reaction, though, by Atlanta. 10 all.
Marley Monserrat. Again, she hasn't used the dump shot too often, but when she has, it's been money.
Yeah, no errors in that category for Monserrat. She has 3 kills on 4 attacks here tonight. Back to Evans, where they've gone late in sets throughout. Joseph, the pass. Onai.
Adora Onai with the kill.
What a performance from Adora and I. Back row just didn't have time to react here. Through the hands of Fanning and through the 2 back row players there waiting for that one.
It's the stoic calmness of Anai. It's the bouncy youth of Gillen. And those 2 have come together to form a great pair on the outside. Not sure what Amy Pauley is discussing here with the referee. Now, all substitutions, Dan, are made on tablets here on the bench, and it's possible they're working something out there to put a new substitution into this game for the first time. Carly Scott, who's gone back and forth between the indoor game and beach volleyball. Played at Michigan, then Pepperdine. Played professionally on the beach. Continuing her career here with the Valkyries. This is a pressure moment to come in and deliver your first serve of the night.
They've got a double sub there. Orlando's got 1 sub left here in the 5th set. They are emptying the bench.
That serve causes a little trouble, but not enough. Leah Edmond able to terminate, and that gamble is dealt with well.
Edmond during that celebration trying to lift her team up.
To the sound of the Super Bowl celebration of Taylor Swift means it's Marley Monserrat's turn to serve, and she's been an integral part of everything the Vibe have done tonight. Her song will get some extra play. Had quite a few discussions here between points.
I'm seeing 0 subs left for Orlando. So this rotation's it for the Valkyries.
They've got White in the front. That set goes over her, and Anai just guides it home. She is making all the right decisions in this decider.
It's getting close, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make some noise.
Wow, the redirection there.
Timeout, Atlanta.
The Vibe called timeout. And if you're even thinking about closing out this game, I wouldn't. 12-11 Valkyries in the 5th.
sufriendo. ¿Será que no me has visto?
15-12 Atlanta in the fifth was the score on January 26th. And this the first rematch in league history. The Valkyries need just 1 point here to at least start rewriting that history. A chance to go up 2. Murphy the pass. Anai blocked. And we're tied at 12.
And again, Orlando out of substitutions here in the fifth set. So if there's anything going wrong or someone's not playing up the stuff, Coach Foley can't do anything about it.
We've seen different rotations in every set from Atlanta. The combination of injuries they've dealt with in almost every match this year, combined with the return of Yella Hashaba, the absence of Linehan, and some of the coach's decisions that Coach Dagenet and his staff had come up with. There have been different players on the floor during winning time in every set. Some of that by design, some of that maybe not. But either way, this group out there trying to get it done in a decider yet again. Oh, Joseph gives Orlando the lead again. Shina has come to play in this fifth.
Yeah, I mean, great back set, perfectly placed by Carly Graham. And a finishing blow by Joseph.
Timeout, Atlanta.
So before Anai serves, Atlanta calls a timeout. If you joined us late, or you're switching over from that thriller in Grand Rapids with plenty of extended sets between the Supernovas and the Rise. The Vibe jumped on top early in this one, 25-21. The Valkyries played their most complete set in the second stanza, tying it up at 1 set apiece. And then everything since has just been touch and go. Neither team really able to distance themselves, and this decider no exception.
Yeah, it's been tough for either team to pull away in this one. It's just really competitive. And it seems like whenever one team needs a big moment, the other one comes up with it. So it's been a really fun match to watch, and deservedly so. It's 13-12 with just 2 points to go.
Now those who drove through the rain to Gas South Arena tonight here in Gwinnett County, being treated to yet another thriller. The 5-set Vibe, who are 2-0 in deciders, have that mark in major jeopardy thanks to Orlando's efforts here tonight. Anai with 2 aces, but also 3 errors on serve. Overcooked it. First to 2, win by 2. Who can ask for more?
Man, that one is a bummer for someone who has been the best player for Orlando today. Just so sound all throughout every single set. She's been the most reliable, consistent player, and then in a huge, huge moment, a service error.
Joseph, blocked by Pittman, and Orlando thought she was in the net. I didn't see if they called it live or whether this is a mid-rally challenge. Amy Pauley assessed a yellow card, but the point is on the board for Orlando nonetheless. Match point for the Valkyries as they look to avenge their loss from earlier this season. Michaela White, the middle blocker, will serve it up for the win. Edmond dug up by Anai, forced back wide of the antenna. Extra points.
Well, that was exactly what Atlanta wanted in a situation like that. Leah Edmond coming in from the back row to fire it in. That's been her best play when she's had the opportunity.
Presley serves short. Oh, what a play. Kaz Brown gives Orlando another match point.
Brilliant angle, just a brilliant angle. That one had 4 written all over it.
Shina Joseph, match point.
No timeouts left for Atlanta. Joseph serving this point. Monserrat picks out member Monet, who changes the speed. What a brave choice in that moment.
Ooh-wee. She looked the block in the face and said, what if I popped it over you? Great timing. What a touch.
Off of Lekator's serve. Gillen into the net. And the Vibe, after saving 2 match points, have carved out one of their own. The Valkyries spend their first of 2 timeouts here. Can the 5-set Vibe do it again?
Hey, this is where they're at their best this season. I mean, that's been their rhythm, is when it gets close. Atlanta steps up 5-0 in sets decided by 2 points.
Well, this won't be the longest set in league history, but it's got a chance to be the longest deciding set. You can see the assistant coach, Brian Doyen, who's been on Todd Dagenet's staff for 7 years at UCF, leading the huddle here for the Vibe.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, the Vibe have climbed back. It looked like Orlando was set to take this one. They emptied the tank, used all their subs, used one of their timeouts. Orlando wanted to take this and run with it, but man, what a comeback by the Vibe here in the 5th.
This match has had everything, from defense to offense to comebacks and even a little bit of controversy in between. Member Monet can win it. Oh, the trickle serve! The Vibe make it 2 for 2 over Orlando and prevail in 5 sets again. And a match this close could only end like that. The Valkyries deserved a better fate, but the Vibe find a way to win again.
Fitting. I mean, remember Renee was amazing all throughout the match, and to end on her turn at the service line to clip the net and get that fortunate bounce to go her way. An incredible gutsy win by the Vibe, and one to remember. I mean, they play each other quite a few more times this season. I'm seeded for every one of those.
Lekator comes up with the match-winning ace after saving match point for Atlanta. The Valkyries had 2 looks at winning the match. They led this 5th set, both 15-14 and 14-13. But Atlanta, too tough and too strong defensively in the big points. Edmund and Member Monet, 20 kills each. Adora Ane, 26 kills in a losing effort for the Valkyries. They fall to 1-2.
It was a great effort. I mean, it's a tough one to go back to the drawing board with for Orlando, because there were many moments in this match where they were doing everything right, but it just came down to the wire. That red zone team, Atlanta, they came up with the biggest points when it mattered most. I wouldn't be too hard on yourself if you're the Atlanta Valkyries after a match like that. I mean, there are things to clean up if you're the Valkyries, but man, the Vibe really earned that one.
On a night where several players made their debuts and others made their first starts for Atlanta, the Vibe find a way to keep on winning. They're 4-1 with a 5-set victory over the Orlando Valkyries. For Dan Doherty and our entire technical crew, I'm Jake Herman saying so long here in Atlanta.